If you didn't know, today, not today, a couple days ago, Ted Nugent asked why wasn't there a lockdown for COVID 1 through 18. What does that mean? Like, this is what I mean. Like, old people should not have the internet. like, yo. What does that mean? What does that mean, bro? What does that mean? And it's like and this is what I swear to God, and I just mentioned this in the last segment. How many people have access to the internet that just shouldn't because they didn't grow up through like the phase of saying something stupid and not having it taken seriously. Like if we're in the MySpace era and somebody had said this would be hilarious. Now it's like, come on, bro. You know what people are reading that. You know what people are trying to hear that. On Wednesday, famed musician Ted Nugent turned to Facebook Live to voice some of his lingering questions and concerns regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. Specifically, he wants to know why there was no shutdown for COVID 1 through 18. This is an 11-minute video. I'm not.
I ain't
watching
scared.
This. I'm not
I ain't
watching
scared.
this whole video. It couldn't be played. Excuse me. Excuse me. You know who I am? You playing this video.
I ain't scared. I ain't scared of nothing. I'm so. Oh, look at the ducks.
Can't full screen it.
The ducks are flying over. Waco, Texas. Roustabout, shit kicker, all American, ferocious soul music, tight, grind fest.
It just disappeared. I swear to God.
Real rhythm and blues
just
and rock
disappeared.
and roll. John and
Look
Johnny
like
put
you
their
think I'm
heart and
kidding.
soul into every song.
The video
and
just
we are
disappeared,
not waiting
yo.
for.
Hey, yo, the video just disappeared. In these claims, Nugent appears to push a narrative that has become common amongst COVID deniers, that the number of COVID-related deaths has been falsely inflated. He also asked the country why the country didn't shut down in response to the AIDS epidemic, the flu, or any number of the viruses. Throughout the 12-minute video, Nugent divulged in a discussion of other unsubstantiated conspiracy theories, including a massive child sex trafficking ring, the people who hate truth, logic, and common sense, the people who hate God, family, work ethic, the high-tech goods. They suppress the hell out of this. People think I'm crazy because I'm so alive, because I'm so passionate about life. I'm simply what God had in mind when he created us. Okay, I'm going to break this down. We're going to do a quick breakdown, and I'm going to move off this topic because we need to talk about black people, white people, socialism, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's start subtracting. Okay. The number of COVID-related deaths has been falsely inflated. Even if that were true, the amount of long-term effects of the people who have gotten COVID and have survived are still, like, long-standing. Oh, why did I just get that text message? Anyway, as y'all know, the personal death toll for me is past 120. I told you at 100, if I somehow were to accumulate that much death, that you wouldn't see me for like a good month. I was just going to take a break from the earth. We're past that. So even if the COVID-related deaths were falsely inflated, people have still died. Even if it wasn't as many as you think it is, it's still somewhere close to that number. To the point where inflating them wouldn't even drive the point home because the larger the number gets, the less you care anyway. He also asked why the country didn't shut down in response to the AIDS epidemic. Nancy Reagan. That was easy. The flu. 1920 needs to have 1918, 1919, 1920, 1921 all need to have some words with you. They want to have a few seats with you. Easy. But let's talk about the flu or any other number of viruses. You've heard before that people have said, oh, it looks like the flu disappeared, the cold disappeared, like all these other things that make us sick, all these things disappeared. So what happened to them? Is just COVID now? When a hospital, sorry, let me make this clearer. When a hospital has to deal with like, let's say there's a insurmountable amount of violence in a city. The city has 10,000 people. It's a square. It's a literal square. Inside of that square, there are these assailants that are just going around shooting people. They're not killing them. They are not life-threatening injuries. They're just shooting people. If an influx of people who get shot end up in a hospital and the entire city is like, well, damn, I don't feel like going outside anymore, the vectors for all other issues cease or slow down. People say, why aren't people like dying by car accidents? Car accidents are being called COVID-related deaths now. This, that, and the other. Remember that time in the beginning of the pandemic where everybody just stayed home, like almost everybody stayed home for like a good period of time? Less people means less cars on the road, which means less chances for accidents. When you remove the obstacle, which are in this fact human vectors, you generally remove the need for these things to get mixed in so that they cause more issues. The flu didn't disappear. The flu vector, or the people who would be at work, at the bar, whatever, the people in those gatherings aren't spreading it because they're not at the gatherings. So the flu didn't disappear, nor did the need for the flu vaccine. During the flu season, the vectors, us, the humans, stopped spreading it as much because we wore masks and we didn't go out as often and we don't meet in places where we're literally breath, neck, and like, you ever been to a bar, bro? The music be out loud and you gotta scream at the next person and be like, yo, yo. So remember this thing that had happened before and all that and that? All of that's gone. Or I should say all that tampered down. So these things, surprisingly, that needed us to be in close quarters to spread, don't happen. Why all of a sudden murder disappeared? All of a sudden all this stuff disappeared? Yeah. I'm sorry, if I'm a gunman and I'm looking to kill somebody and there's only 3 people on the street, it's a lot harder to hide that I was the one of the 3 people who shot the other guy because there's only one other guy left on the street. This is common sense. So him saying that is stupid. I think the only last thing I have to do is these last 2 sentences. Unsubstantiated conspiracy theories, including a massive child sex trafficking thing, before refocusing on his main point. Okay, child sex trafficking. Matt Gaetz needs a word with you. Like, you are projecting the things that, like, you can see in present time that the people you support are doing. So I'm not even going to unleash the whole, like, I still got people on my friends list talking about they're taking the adrenochrome from babies. Like, okay, I'm gonna say something. Don't take me at face value for this. This is a joke. But I feel like if somebody clipped this, they're still gonna take it at face value. If that could promote youth or better, like human stability throughout life, I think that's going to become more common than, like, you want it to be. I would never take adrenochrome from a baby and drink the blood of a baby. I'm going to tell you right now, you done swallowed some shit in your life that was worse than that. Yo, my mans. I would never do that. You ate roaches as a baby. Leave me alone, bro. Like, leave me alone. All right, last thing. The people who hate truth, logic, and common sense, the people who hate God, family, country, work ethic, the high-tech goons. They suppress the hell out of this. The people who hate truth, logic, and common sense. Common sense is not equal to truth. Logic is not equal to common sense, and truth is not linked to common sense. I know I said the same thing around, but I'm just working backwards through that. The people who hate God. So, like, which God? Which God? Because you still think the Muslim God Allah is different from your God, even though they're the same. But you denounce that religion because of extremists. Even though you guys literally have a chapter in your own book for holy wars. Like, you waged war against the world to spread Christianity. But yeah, somebody driving a plane into a tower is a bad thing. It is. But like, you effectively continue to do that day in and day out. Family. Yeah, high tech hates family. See, racial code things. What do they mean by the people who hate God, family, country? They're here. They're making money in your capitalistic system. How the fuck they hate the country? Work ethic. You mean the guys who did the capitalist thing and rose to prominence by providing a service that everybody wants in? Those are the high tech people that are suppressing the hell out of the thing that made them rich and you could see where if you tried to really dig into this, it just sounds stupid. So I'm going to cut it. He states, I'm simply what God had in mind when he created us. That's the perfect way to end this. A white man saying the white man was exactly what God thought of when he created humanity. White men. Yep, that's about right. That's exactly what somebody like you would think.